good afternoon, or morning, or evening, depending on where you are on planet Earth. I personally am broadcasting live from Cincinnati, Ohio. I am Bruce Leonard, of course. Thank you for tuning in to another hour of Bruce Leonard Leans Left while it's still legal. Still legal today, but increasingly more and more things are not legal. Apparently, if you touch the reflecting pool now, you could be arrested for vandalism. I'm not kidding. Trump is agitated and angry as usual. Here's a fire off. The way the corrupt and failing New York Times is covering stories on a very battered and beat up Iran, though through fake and made up facts, is, in my opinion, treasonous. I will be adding all of their false and ridiculous reporting to my multi-billion-dollar lawsuit against them. They're criminals, Donald Trump. The very fact that right before I came on, I forgot to tell you this. Right before I came on, the Senate and the House passed a war powers resolution, passed through both houses to limit his powers to go back to war against Iran. Julian says she had her first pap smear in 20 years today. Well, hopefully it came out okay. It's a lot of information for me. My mom just had that too. Anyway, so the Senate and the House both passed the war powers resolution. After this is the 10th attempt. After the 10th vote, they finally got enough votes. Fetterman voted with Republicans, of course. We got who flipped the Senate. It was Susan Collins because she's in trouble, and Murkowski, Rand Paul, and the Cassidy, the guy that Trump primaried out of his seat. But Tim Kaine, who's been pushing this resolution the whole time, he said that he thinks that there's more votes they can get if he actually tries to go back to war again. And now they're about to go to Congress and ask for $80 billion to pay for this fucking war. Yeah, Laura says 20 years. It should be every 2 years, girl. Julia obviously is like a guy. Like, I'm not going to the doctor unless I have to. Unless I'm dying, I'm not going to the fucking doctor. Anyway, but of course, it's hard to see if it's binding or not. In the meantime, J.D. Vance is apparently just renegotiating Obama's nuclear deal. He came out all happy. He's like, Iran has agreed to let inspectors into their country. He's like, oh, like they were there before you tore up the fucking deal in the first place and started this stupid fucking war. Yeah, exactly. Like they, you know what they got? They got that without going to war, without spending $500 billion, without wrecking the global economy. I don't want to read this conversation. It's like two women talking about women shit. And like, all of a sudden, this is Dr. Oz, you know. It's like, I don't need to be fucking. But anyway, Vance seemed very happy with himself to get what we already had before they fucking did this dumb shit. Oh, here's something that happened today that you don't know. Iran, the sanctions are now lifted on Iran, and they can sell oil in U.S. dollars, including to us, for the first time since 1979. And you think this is better? You think this is a better situation than we had before the war? Thank you. That's what I said. Was that you try to turn this show into like a daytime medical women's health clinic. This is not the View or whatever. It's like, if there's any mega people watching that can explain to me how we're in a better spot because of this, I would like to listen. Oh, and if you bought it to SpaceX, you're already fucked. SpaceX stock is down 31% in the past 5 trading days, representing $800 billion in wealth destruction from peak valuation. Everyone who bought shares on the open market, including pre-IPO investors, are nursing double-digit losses. The suckers who still believed in the myth of Musk were ejected from the fiery cabin upon re-entry. ScamX IPO going down as our generation's challenger. No, it's just like the Bitcoin or whatever. But Trump made the Bitcoin and he made $1 billion. Everyone else lost money. This is the same way. The rich people who bought into SpaceX, they'll still be there. But the regular person who bought into SpaceX, they're wiped out already. They just wanted your money. Right? They still got all that cash. The valuation of it doesn't mean shit. Once they get all your money, they got your money. And then they go, and South Park, and it's gone. It's like Blue Apollo says it's still closed. Only like 30 ships have gone through, whereas before it was around 130 a day. Every news source is lying, saying it's gradually opening. Right. And the guy was talking about today, he's like, it doesn't matter. Right now, all the traffic is going out. He's like, right now, there's no tankers going in to reload. And they won't go in to reload until they're sure that it's safe. And no one knows. So, yeah, it's going to be a touch and go for a minute. Trump claims 19 billion barrels came through there today. I don't know if that's true or not, because anything he says is fucking skeptical. Blue Apollo says the 300 billion is going through the UAE. Yeah, but, we're on the hook for some of it. It doesn't matter. Did you hear what I just told you? Iran is selling oil now, unfettered, with no sanction, in dollars even, and to us even. So we're now buying Iranian oil, which we never did before because we had them under sanction. They're in a better situation, economically, militarily. I mean, yeah, their military is destroyed, quote unquote, but that doesn't matter. They're not crippled. As long as they can cause damage and control the Strait of Hormuz, they're in charge of this situation. Especially now that the reserves are gone. There's no cards to play. You're at the bottom of the deck now. There's no cards left to play. It's like run out of oil or go to full-scale war. Those are the only two options. Or capitulate, which is what they're doing now. But trying to pretend that they're not capitulating, which is fucking hilarious. It's like this situation never should have happened. He would just let the JCPOA there. There would still be inspectors there, and they wouldn't have a nuclear bomb, and all this fucking shit wouldn't have happened. All of this happened because petulant Trump didn't like Obama's name on the JCPOA, and he tore it up because he wanted to destroy everything Barack Obama ever did. And now we're all paying the price for a petulant child's decisions. The very fact that anyone, like I said, can still listen to him talk like this pool, right? Instead of just admitting that he fucked up, right? I don't know if you saw this, but before they filled the pool with water, they fucking drove a whole motorcade across the... You don't think that could have cracked the sealant or whatever? I don't know. It's space age indestructible material. That's what he told you, except now it's floating around in the... Pick up the space age indestructible material that's floating in the pond. Stan Durker 115 says Adolf, Donald, jackass, Shitler, Trump is a 34 count fella, racist, pedophile, Nazi, coward. Yes, I agree 100%. Stan Durker. Thank you for joining, by the way. If you just stumbled on this show, I said like the channel, subscribe to the show. I'm here 3 times a week. Anyway, so now he's going with it was a vandalism. Someone cut it with a knife. And he said it was space age indestructible material, right? But he said someone cut it with a knife, right? I don't know if you know this, but the reflecting pool is an open public tourist spot. So there's human beings there most hours of the day. And even at night, there might not be that many human beings there, which I'm sure there still are some. There are cameras everywhere and there's guards. So someone got into the pool and cut a 300-foot gash with a knife. Well, Mr. Trump, how is that possible when there's people all around and 24 hours cameras? How could someone do this without being seen? Ninjas! Antifa ninjas! Antifa aquatic ninjas! You ever see those Japanese movies? They use a straw, and they swim under the water and you can't see them? He is doing Israel's bidding, Blue Apollo. They had a little dust-ups here and there, but Israel gonna do what they're gonna do, and he ain't gonna stop them. I guarantee you. So they know they got him in the pocket. That's why you don't hear Netanyahu saying too much. He's laying low because there's an election. I don't know how this motherfucker's still running for president. He's been president for 20 years. They don't have term limits in Israel. Stan Durko says, Shitler Trump threw his dirty diaper in the pond. Now it's disgusting like him. Right? I'm just saying, they drove a whole motorcade of armored limousines over top of the brand new surface of the pool before they put water in it. You don't think that could have cracked the surfaces of, you gotta be kidding. Whiskey zombie. Julia says, Bruce, Rich, before the show started, I saw a post from Occupy Democrats saying a mega judge in Texas has sent several protesters to 50 years east. Did you see that? Yes, but they had guns and shit. They did have guns. They were doing something that was more than protesting. I'm not sure what they were doing exactly, but I got to look more into it. But yeah, I saw 50 years. But like I said, they did have guns, and they tried to say that they were Antifa terrorists, of course. And it's Texas, so I guess I have to read into the whole thing to I'll do that, and we'll discuss it on the next episode. I don't like to talk about things I don't know too much about. And right now I've been following the war and the oil markets and all kinds of shit. I can only follow some main things at one time. Blue Apollo says, who do I think they will run? Marco Rubio or J.D. Vance or both? Oh, I think both are going to try. I told you, that there's no fucking way J.D. Vance can be the president of the United States now. Yes, Biff, that's why he's fighting so hard. It's just like Trump. He's correct. Biff says if Netanyahu loses the next election, he'll be like Trump, in court and then in jail. Yes, that's where he should be. But he's managed to stay out of it because he's managed to just keep this war going. You can't prosecute me while there's a war on. It's sad that that's the way it is, but that's the way it is, isn't it? And people think, like I said, that the human race is so highly evolved. Fuck it. Like, look at us, man. It's a clown show. We are not evolved. It's like, if anything, Devo is right. We're devolving. Like we've hit peak evolution, and now we're sliding back. Back to the monkey stage. It's just like that thing in Ireland. You saw what happened. Yes, Blue Apollo, that's correct. That's what I'm telling you is it's not that they're not together. It's that it's polar opposite, yes. Netanyahu needs the war or his approval rating will drop in Israel, and Trump doesn't need a war. Trump needs out because he's losing approval. I don't know if you know this, but tonight it'll be going to be the first time Dan Goldman, a sitting representative in Congress, who's actually a pretty sensible dude when you hear him talk. I mean, he's a smart guy. But I mean, I don't live in New York, so I don't follow him all the fucking time. But apparently, he's a big supporter of Israel and it takes a lot of money from AIPAC. And he's about to be voted out in a primary for a much more progressive candidate who is endorsed by Mamdani. Because people are sick of the AIPAC. And Thomas Massey said the same thing. AIPAC came here and destroyed Thomas Massey. I mean, they ran $2 million worth of ads like in the last week, AI generated ads that showed him like hanging out with AOC and what's her name, the Somali. What's her name? Ilhan Omar. Trump hates her fucking guts. But anyway, it was AI bullshit of him like eating dinner with them and hanging out in the bar and shit. It's like Julia says BB Vlad and Dum Dum should all be sent to Gitmo. Blue policies I don't like either what, Vance or Rubio. See, that's why I was pissed off the other day. They were saying, oh, Rubio is coming out of this looking like a rose because he isn't out there in the front of it like JD Vance is. Because Trump's going to push Vance out into the line of fire, and you can see that he ain't ready for prime time. But anyway, Rubio would have been a better choice to handle these negotiations because he's been in the Senate for a long time and he's handled foreign policy for a long time. J.D. Vance said he didn't even understand his fucking job. Plus, J.D. Vance has never really done anything in his fucking life. Nothing. Except, like I said, suck the... Well, that doesn't surprise me, Cat B71. The kangaroos think everybody's gay. It's like, he said he just got back from Australia and the kangaroos think that I'm gay. And I'm like, that's what they think about everybody, I'm sure. They're like, look at these fucking... Anyway, J.D. Vance has never done anything in his life, and now they're putting him in the... Blue Power says he can't push Vance out. He's a creation of the PayPal mafia. If he gets pushed out, he's going to come back. Yeah, but they don't understand it. It doesn't matter. They invested all this money in Vance. It's going to go up. It's going to be a waste. Because what did they get? I said, he did nothing in his life. They put him in the Senate. He was in the Senate for what, 2 years? He didn't even finish his term. Yeah, Stander. He's a professional couch humper. No, he's a nutlicker. And he's good at it, obviously. But he hasn't ever done anything except kiss up to these rich fucking people. And they gave him a lot of money and put him in position. And he talks. Well, you know, he's a good... Well, I wouldn't say he's a good talker. He's very confident. JD Tuggs, we've been through this before. I don't have to tell you my life story every time I come on this fucking show. Like, I have done things in my life. Ken Catman says because he knows what not to say to the microphone. Well, he knows to lick the nuts. He's really good at it. Like I said, he's ass kisser. He's the guy that said that Donald Trump would have the highest IQ of any president. JD Vance says what he thinks that his boss wants him to say. And he push whatever lie that they're trying to push. You got it. Well, it's not even according to Trump. They are. Standard says mega are the least educated people according to Trump. Yes, they are. Period. That's why it's 30%. They're locked at 30%, like I said. And even now, it's like he's wavering at that. He's losing even those people. If they don't get this, it's some of this situation with the gas and everything fucking fixed, like he's going to lose everybody. Like, and so now he's going with the election thing. He's trying to control the elections. He's got lawsuits in 30 states, so he's trying to get the voter rolls of every state, and they're going to feed them into this thing, and then the federal government's going to decide who can vote and who can't. That's his plan. But he's already lost in court 9 times. According to Mark Elias, he's about to lose 6 more. So half of them, he'll be 0-15 in all these lawsuits because what he's doing is clearly unconstitutional. But what he wants to do is take control of the election. Blue bottle. I'm worried about you. You've been drinking a lot. He says he's going to start day drinking right now so he can black out at bedtime. I love how you're bringing up Kamala Harris like she has anything to do with this, JD Tongues. I'm a comedian. I just be... We just be laughing here. Sorry. You can go back to being a miserable jerk off if anytime you feel like it. It's hard to enjoy life these days, but I'm still trying to manage it. So, you can pick what you want. Julia says you better catch up with her, Blue Apollo, because she's on her 3rd drink already. I'd like you, JD Tux, if you're a Trumper, I'd like you to tell me how things are better and how this is a better situation than the deal that Obama had made without us going to war and not spending $500 billion and not getting 13 of our soldiers killed and not bombing 162 fucking school children in Iran. I mean, please tell me, how is this a better situation? Because I'm the only one on the goddamn... There's no one else here but me. He's like, you're the only one laughing. It's like, because I'm alone. There's all kinds of laughing faces on the chat here, so people are at home laughing. That's the difference between doing this and doing stand-up, is I can't hear you laughing or not laughing. Like when I'm doing stand-up, I know when I'm bombing. If I'm doing this, I don't know. You're speaking into the void. CCK says, God bless Donald President Trump. What? Again, can you please tell me? CCK Productions, why do you think that this is a better situation? I'd like to hear some of you at least try to explain how you think that all this bumblefuck shit is better than what was going on before. No, there's almost 1 million kids been cut off food stamps. You for that? They're about to cut people's Medicare. You for that? We spent all this money in foreign wars that he told you he wasn't going to do. You for that now? Please, explain. I would like to hear someone try to explain. And not just say, Donald Trump's the greatest thing. It's like, it's ever happened in the world. It's like, why? It's like, they never answer the goddamn question. Because they can't. Blue Bob says, may God have mercy on his soul. It's not looking good for Trump in heaven. Yes, Standard. He did cheat on every wife and paid off a porn star. That is true. Where are you at, Standard? I'm curious. Ken says, that's the ultimate question. Why? Yeah. I just don't understand. Like I said, if he's so great, then why don't they say why they think it's great? Why they think it's better? Because they don't know. They don't have an intellectual fucking thought about all this stuff. They're just programmed by the Fox News and the Benny Johnsons and the Ben Shapiro's and the Tucker Carlsons. And it's like, even Tucker Carlson. I don't know if you see Tucker Carlson. He's flipped radically. It's like, he's like, I'm sorry I did this. Julia, you were saying that he didn't acknowledge his part in it. He did, but only in one episode. But he did say, like, I'm responsible for this and I'm sorry. Yes, Biff, that is correct. Which is why I still can't understand why people still fell for it and why they continue to fall for it. I mean, people are falling out of the spell, that's for sure. Because like there's a guy at my work who was a hardcore mega, and he's even like, this is fucking ridiculous, you know. So he lost him. He's gonna lose a lot more people because that guy was pretty hardcore, like a few months ago, even in the beginning of all this. Because he was going along with Trump saying, "No, we got a nuclear weapon." It's like he's not going to get any of this stuff. Do you know that, right? He's not going to get anything. Iran's getting everything. What's Trump getting? Nothing. He's getting the Strait of Hormuz back open and unfuck the fucking fuck up that he did to the world economy. That's it. He said we get back inspectors in there. We had inspectors in there. He's going to get back this basically the same deal that we had before, but he's going to give them more money. And now they control the Strait of Hormuz, which they didn't before. So you explain to me, mega jerk-offs, if you're watching, please, I want to hear how this is a better situation. How your orange genius fucking, Blue apologists, they just like him because they think he's based. All the racist mega judge think Trump is some pro-white Christian man of integrity. So far from the truth. Well, yeah, but if you really think that, after watching Donald Trump all this time, and you still think that he's a man of integrity, then there ain't no hope for you. Oh, he's cleaning out the DNI right now, Ken. He sent that guy over there that I told you. This guy's going to be acting director of national intelligence, right? Which oversees all the intelligence gathering activities in this country, right? And he doesn't even have a security clearance. So please tell me why, Big Poppy. I don't even care if you're black or you're white or whatever you are. I just want a Trump supporter to explain to me intellectually, if that's possible, how this is a better situation. They're always saying that Trump's playing 4D chess or some shit like that. He's getting fucked. The D stands for dumb fuck, like I said. Because I don't even care if Big Poppy's a real black man who supports Trump. That's fine, but I want to know why he supports Trump. I want to know why none of you will explain why you support this man. That's the real interesting psychological phenomenon, if you ask me, is how none of you can explain to me on a level of why you support this guy, why you think Donald Trump is great, why you think this is a better situation than it was before, even though objectively looking at the facts, it's not. Like I said, Iran's selling oil on the market today in U.S. dollars for the first time since 1979. You think that Iran didn't want that all this time to get out from under the sanction and be able to sell oil freely on the market? I mean, you're fucking kidding me. And you think that has nothing to do with anything, James? See, that's what you call, like I said, a political catchphrase. It's you could say that, but it doesn't mean anything. It's not a real thought. Democrats hate God, he says, James Hughes. And I was like, but that doesn't mean anything. It's like saying measles is bad. Yes, it's bad. It's like, but why is it bad? Can you explain that? Can you explain to me how a disease we eradicated is back? Because people don't want to take vaccines that eradicated the disease. Xiong Kun says, I'm glad Iran is allowed to sell oil. They should be able to. No, I'm not saying they should or shouldn't. What I'm saying is if you objectively look at the situation, they're better off than they were yesterday. Because yesterday they couldn't do that. Big Poppy says, I didn't support him. I changed my mind when I realized Russiagate was a scam and I was being lied to about Wuhan while being told he was the threat to democracy. Oh, you don't think that he is? I didn't say I was, young. I didn't say that. I didn't say I was against it. I'm not against it. I said they should. Why shouldn't they? Why shouldn't they be like any other country? The problem is, I said Iran is the one country in the Middle East that never bowed down to Israel and didn't just that's why they hate them. They don't want to admit that. Then James, you got to say something, or I'm not just going to keep reading I said your fucking catchphrases about how Democrats are unholy, or this is an intellectual discussion. We're trying to have one anyway. No, young coon, I'm not. I said I'm not against it at all. It's just like when they say, they act like Iran didn't exist before 1979 or whatever. They go, for 50 years they've been saying that to America, blah, 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 but they don't say the real story, which is that we overthrew their fucking government. They don't ever mention that part. It's like the CIA overthrew Iran's democratically elected government and installed an American puppet called the Shah of Iran, and everyone hated that, and that's what gave the Islamists power and what started the Islamic Revolution in the first fucking place. But they don't ever say that part. They only say, since 1979, they wanted to kill us. Big Poppy says China shouldn't get an oil discount as a strategic leverage against the U.S. I'm not against it if it's sold at fair value. Well, yeah. I mean, theoretically, everything should be fair, right? But, you and I both know that that's not the truth. I wish I did do it. I wouldn't be sitting here. I'd have a lot more money. People keep saying that to me, but it's like, I don't know how to get into that business. I did do, Daniele let me do a intro for History on Fire, so hopefully soon, the next episode or so, I'll be the introductory voiceover for History on Fire, which is cool in my book. Biff says, I'll ask my Presbyterian minister if I hate the Bible. James says, New World Order is coming. It's been coming. You guys been saying that my whole entire life. That's why I love the globalists, anti-globalists. It's like, dude, the world's global. Been global. Since people started getting on ships. I mean, you believe that shit? Like I said, the problem is that Trump was all in the beginning, but Trump doesn't have the balls to see this through. Hold on, wait. Big Poppy says, we didn't overthrow their government. Masuga and the Soviets overthrew it first. Google Masoja stops the count. I forgive you, it's a common misconception. What? What are you talking about? Then how did the Shah get installed? Don't tell me some bullshit. Like I said, Bibi and Trump, they were in. But like I said, he doesn't have the fortitude to stick this out. Plus, I said, I don't think either one of them. I think they really thought that if they killed the heads of the Revolutionary Guards or whatever, the fucking Ayatollah and all those guys, that they would just collapse. I think they really thought that. It's naivete and ego. Point in case. What's that? You see, he's tried it. Like I said, people always do that. Conservatives, it's just like the conservatives that say Republicans freed the slaves. And it's like, yeah, I would say, but go find me a Klansman who's a Democrat. I'll wait. It's like it's bullshit because, like I said, when the Democrats started doing civil rights shit, all the fucking racists left and became Republicans. Julia said Bibi started grooming Trump in 1987 as a Russian asset. Yeah. That's true. No, Bibi, you mean Putin. Blue Apollo says, maybe my message didn't go through. I said neocons can't even comprehend or consider that we caused the Iranian Revolution. Well, no. One thing about neoconservatism is to never take, just like Trumpism, to never take responsibility for the the consequences of your dumb fuck actions. It just, as a matter of fact, just pretend like it never happened. Same as, or turn it. Like I said, like the U.S. military was running a campaign of extermination, right, against the Native Americans, and the Native Americans finally, with Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse and them, they all got together and they made a big army, right? They said, "Fuck, I guess we got to band together now, or else we're all gonna die." And they fucking slaughtered Custer and all those people. And what did they say? Savages! The reality of the situation was they were defending themselves against hostile attack. But that ain't how we do things in America, right? We got to pretend something else happened. It's like, so we don't take responsibility for the shit that we're doing. Julie says, yes, Putin is who I meant. I'm on drink number 4. So buzzed up commentary. That's fine. I get it. I've done it. It's like, I sit up all the time saying dumb shit. But yeah, like, so that's one of the fucking hallmarks of America, is to pretend like. That's why Trump tried to wipe out all the, slavery exhibits and shit like that. Can you? You can't even comprehend what kind of shitbag human being this guy is. When they said that he has first of all, to slap his name on the John F. Kennedy Memorial Center is a shitbag move to begin with. The man was assassinated. Like, leave it alone. But then, when he's told he's got to take his name off of it, he waited all the way to the last second. And then it's like, all right, I guess I got to take it off, because they took it off, and then there's a tarp in front of it. Still. There's a tarp in front of a man's name who got his head fucking blown off on national television, a president of the United States. And this guy's covering up his name because he's that much of a soulless fucking shitbag of a human being. The fuck is that supposed to mean, Mr. E? No one's talking about communism. Marquez says it's stealing millions from black people and kicking them out of Chicago is better. No, it's not. Or the Tulsa thing, which we don't even talk about in this country. They married that Tulsa story fucking right down, didn't they? Someone's got to tell you that story, because they don't tell you that in school. I'm with you, Malcare. We've done shitty things to lots of people. And it's not a contest. Jimmy says, well, I guess all of you are, considering Tucker was one of your main guys. I believe Julia was right when she said Tucker's turning because he's got an eye for running for president. He knows right now that the way to get independent voters is to go against Israel. And so he's breaking all of his own protocols and going against Israel because he wants to pick up that disaffected, independent voters. And he's going to run as independent, I think. Now, he might not make it, but I'm saying he's pretty fucking famous, been around for a long time. And all you really got to do is be. Giggly Stinkfinger says, what percentage of the prisons are black, and how much does that cost the average white taxpayer a year to feed in a house? What is that supposed to mean? You really ask yourself the question, why are there so many black people in prison? Never ask yourself that, do you? Mr. E says, when you're not telling kids how to stick things where they don't go, you're protesting ICE. What do you mean? You don't even know me. You don't know what I'm doing. I'm sitting here doing this. Blue Power says, my allegiance is to the frogs. Did you see that frog guy out by the pond? Trump posted a picture of him. It said first they came for the algae. Blue Bob says Tucker Carlson, right? Julia says the Tulsa Race Massacre wasn't taught to me in Tulsa public schools. Learned about it from my grandma who had a business in the Greenwood district. No, that's what I'm telling you is they don't tell you those stories in school. We bury our history in this country. We try to pretend like it didn't happen. What was it? Yeah, Sunday we went to the Savannah Banana thing. I thought this was kind of interesting. And well, the team they were playing, Savannah Bananas, were playing this team called the Indianapolis Clowns. Well, the Clowns had been around since like the 20s. They were a Negro League team. Now they're one of those banana ball teams, but it's the same team and the same name and the same everything, right? And so they were talking about the history of the team and the Negro League and all that stuff. And these people behind us were going, "Hey, come here to." I wasn't expecting this. I mean, some of them were salty, you know, like they were like, "Hey, let me listen to this history." And DEI, but they start fucking short circuiting it like dude, and just saying the catchphrases, you know, right? Because, like I said, we've done such a good job of scrubbing our real history and selling this lie of what this country is. And it's not what it is. Biff says even some people are saying that RFK Jr. might run for president. Who's saying that, Biff? That motherfucker ain't run for president. You don't know me, Mr. E. Do you say that's my party? I'm not a Democrat. I say it all the time. I'm thoroughly independent. I'm not a fan of human beings in large groups. Because that's when the weird shit starts happening. The pecking orders and the corruption and the politics and rumors where, though? He's fucking, they said he's killing people. That's what I'm saying is, that's why I keep asking these Trumpers. Every single thing is an abject disaster. There's not one fucking thing that's going well. And Trump keeps talking about the stock market. I don't know if you saw that. Bottom fell out of that today. People are selling AI stocks left and right. Because that AI ain't going to make no money. Not like they think it is. I said there's only going to be one or two big winners in that. And all this money that's in the AI is going to go right in the fucking tank. It's called a bubble. It's going to burst at some point. Like AI, Anthropic, whatever. Sam Altman's company, but Open AI or whatever the fuck. They're gonna be the ones that make it through all this probably, and all these fucking startups. I saw a thing. I swear to God, I saw a thing, and this is true. I couldn't believe it myself, but they said all these companies are fake. A lot of them. They said there was a shoe company, right? It at one time was a multi-million-dollar valued shoe company, right? But the bottom was dropping out of the shoe company, and the stock was dropping, tanking. So what do? They switched it, turned it into an AI company. I swear to God. And overnight, people fucking dumped money in it. So it was like, it went from almost being broke to fucking, again, billion-dollar valuation. Guys that just was making sneakers yesterday. It's fake. So everyone's saying to AI, oh, AI. Jimmy says Trump is 75% 1955 Mississippi Dixiecrat and 25% Jewish or Israeli or whatever. Right? 0% Christian. How's that? All these fucking evangelicals and Christians that think that he's fucking. Jimmy says Trump is the product of Richard Nixon's Southern strategy. Yes, that's true. That is true. Like that's why I says it. They went after all that. But see, I'm not a Jew, bro. Not a Jew. Code 338. Everybody likes to say I'm a fucking Jew, but I'm not. Mark Mars says God loves the Jews. I think God loves everybody. If there is one, don't you think? I mean, He made us all. Why would He make us? Why would He make us all? And they go, I really like some of them. That's like, look at your creation. Do you love them all? Like, yeah, I like some of them more than others. It's a choosy God. It's like, Nexus database says, bro, got my thingy leaking heavy, no homo. Well, wherever gets you off, bro. It's like, Jimmy says, my ears aren't long enough to be one of us. Code 338 says, a lie to a Jew is like water to a fish. What are you talking about, dude? We're not the only people that lie. Everybody's lying to you all the fucking time. It's like, that's why I said before, I was like, said like I wasn't ruthless, and I think that's one of the things that's kept me from achieving like ultimate success in my life. And being honest is the same way. Like I for some reason I just can't lie. I got to tell people what I think. Yes, Nexus, I am a Fallout fan. Jimmy Myers says, I don't know if your last name is or not. Myers, 100% Jewish. I'm not Jewish, I know. I said, my mom's Irish. And well, my other family, I think, are mostly English or Welsh, some shit like that. Nexus Database says, I'd walk barefoot through 50 feet of shattered glass that's been covered in Tabasco just to hear you fart through a walkie-talkie. Where are you? That's be a long-range walkie-talkie. That's a strange perversion. Oh, you don't think they're free, bro? What about Lebanon? Blue Apollo says, do I like Skyrim too? No, I do like Skyrim. I liked Vegas. Vegas was good. I thought they did a good job on the TV show. Yes, Olivia, you were correct. We were just all agreeing on that New Vegas is the best. And like I said, they did a better job on the TV show than I thought they would. It turned, and I said, I actually liked it. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you care, but the House of Dragons started last night, and they jumped right into it. There's a lot of action in the first episode, which is good because there was more action last night's episode than there was in the whole goddamn season last year. They're dragging the show out. It's like these last 2 seasons of this show better fucking, like I said, rock constantly. Bill says Lebanon harbors terrorist groups. Yeah, well, that's what y'all say all the time about anybody that tries to defend themselves. How about you fucking, like I said, stop killing, trying to kill your way out of every situation, and there won't be so many terrorists. You ever consider that? You realize you've been killing people for 40 years? You know how many people's families you've killed? How many things? And that creates enemies, bro. It's not the way out of the fucking problem. Endless war. Sooner or later, both parties got to sit down. They're going to give something up. Nexus says, you go to your birthday parties in school as a kid, then grow up in the wasteland. Fallout 3 is underrated. No, I like it. I thought 3 was better than the last one, that's for sure. Jimmy says, my grandfather went to Temple Israel in Tulsa. Ezra Myers. Yeah, that Ezra Myers, they ain't get no more Jewish than that. Builders Met says Sharia law hates the world. Yeah, but there ain't that much of that. That's such a boogeyman bullshit thing. He's like, oh, Sharia law. Yeah, but you don't mind if fucking Saudi Arabia does whatever they do, right? That's our allies. So I love it. They said, oh, Iran hangs people out the street, and so does Saudi Arabia. What's the difference? Saudi Arabia is our ally, but they hang people out in the street all the fucking time. You see, you don't have if you have something to say something. See, you did the cliche bullshit and walk out. None of you got nothing to say. That's what I think is strange. You got some weird perversion, Nexus database. I'm just saying they're all the same. They don't have any real thoughts or ideas. They're all trolls and disaffected, fucking lonely. I'm sure fucking you or I don't know how old they are, but like the guy was saying before, like sitting in some place with this glowing screen all alone. Fucking, I hate the world. Jimmy says, my grandfather only went a few times. We're Sephardic. Yeah. My family was church. Even, I mean, some of my family still is church. Like every Sunday they're going. You know, they go to church. It's part of the fucking routine. I just couldn't get into it, man. Biff says he's all talked out after seeing 20 other politician sites. Exactly. I don't know. I don't believe that either. I don't believe that they have anything to say at all. And they go around all day and they don't say nothing. Like I said, because you can't have a real thought. Yes, Nexus database. Laura's my girlfriend. I don't know why. I don't know why she wants to hang out with me, but I'm lucky. Blue Apollo says, I still haven't done my DNA test. Does anyone have good recommendations? I've heard every site will give you different answers and aren't that reliable. Yes. Well, you know, it's all fucking a scheme to make money. Jimmy says Sephardic and not as religious as Ashkenazi. I don't know what that is. I gotta admit that I don't really know that much about Judaism beyond the, you know, like you don't believe that Jesus was a savior and that you don't eat bread. Only flat bread or rye. It's like it's got weird rules. Fish in a jar, and I mean I know the Passover and all that, and but I mean I don't know that much about it. Like how much different it is in Christianity. I know that I'm very very familiar with the Bible itself, and like the Baptist. No. He is funny, Blue Ball. I gotta admit. He's like, Laura is so lucky. I bet bro lays pipe with such authority and puts so much bread on the table. I don't know if I should read that. Nectar says it's not a joke, but thanks. Jimmy says, well, 1,000 years of convert to Christianity or die. It's not much of a messiah. Yeah, right? Exactly. I love that guy the other day was trying to say that Christianity wasn't spread by violence. And if you don't believe that, get on the rack. We shall stretch you until you agree. It's like, oh, the Inquisition and all that. It's like, right, like I said, how the Spanish converted all the Mexicans by fucking killing them until they fucking said yes. It's like, that's why I always said it's like, you know, Danielle was about the French wars of religion. It was like the whole Catholic Protestant thing. It's like the Christians are killing each other for instance, not Christian enough. You're not the right kind of Christian. It's like Catholics, Protestants been killing each other for 1,000 years. It's like Abject says, "Have fun in hell." Right? You believe that? If heaven is hanging out with all these uptight religious fucking jerk offs, they said hell's probably a better place. More interesting people down there. The fact that people, like I said, that people still believe in that shit to me is unbelievable. Because the truth is, really, if you look at your life, everybody, and that's fine, Abject. I'm just saying I don't get it. But if you look at your life, I said everybody falls short. Everybody sins. Everybody does bad things. Even good people do bad things. Hey, Abject, that means all the Jews. Rejecting Jesus will lead you there. Well, they don't even believe in him. Oh, shit, Blue Apollo. You said, have a good day. I'm going to go game. I'm top 500 in the U.S. on console on my game Overwatch. Okay, cool. Abject says, it's crazy to me to believe that this is all random. Well, maybe. Can I ask you a question? Do you really think that God would create a shithole like this? Look at what we do to each other. You think that there's a benevolent God looking over all this? I mean, to me, that's the real question. Jimmy says, rejecting Jesus might lead you to the First Amendment of the Constitution. Freedom of religion. Yes, we understand Christians hate the Constitution. That's it. Abject says, that's the point. None of us deserve to go to heaven. Jesus paid the price, so worthless people like the both of us have a chance. Really? Did you believe that? Sure, Alex. It's funny. And to come quick with the punchline, too. As I said, it's all about fucking timing. Brian says Michelle Obama's not. Come on with that shit. That's the most ridiculous fucking shit I've ever heard. I can't believe people still say that. She's a fucking. You can follow her whole life. She had 2 children. It's like, Michelle Obama's a woman. The very fact that anybody that's like flat Earth, you know. It's not like you can't. Yeah, exactly, Jimmy. What I'm just saying is like it's a ridiculous thing to believe. It's like flat Earth, same shit. It's like you could follow her life. You could look all the way back. She is a woman. It's like Abject says Big Mike. No, I don't. Like I said, I don't think I have all the answers. I don't think anybody does. But I'm asking you, really, do you think? Alex says, do you know the difference between an emo boy and Brad? No. They both have a heel and cut themselves. That's true. Or Marilyn Manson. Remember he used to slice himself with a razor all the fucking time. Jimmy says they don't mean Michelle Obama. They're referring to all African women. Well, of course, it's a racist trope. Now, she's not the first one that they do that to. You know, she's just the latest in a long line of, like I said, racist tropes. You know, it's unbelievable. But Mike, I said I don't think that I have, or Abject. I'm sorry. I don't think that I have all the answers. I don't think anybody has all the answers. Jimmy, that is true. Jimmy says Republicans are not going to survive Trump as a political party. No, that's true. Some guy said the Republicans are just Republicans in name only at this point. Like whatever they were has been completely hollowed out. Laura said Michelle Obama is as much of a man as Bruce is a Jew. Of course, as I said, not at all. It's like, Abject says, I moved on. It's clear my words won't convince you, and Jesus did say not to give pearls to swine because they will only trample them. I don't see, but I didn't attack you for being a Christian. I just said I don't understand it. You're free. You're free to believe whatever you want. That's my philosophy. It's like, I'm gonna start at my own party. It's like people always accuse you of being a Democrat or a Republican. It's like, nope, I'm a progressive humanist of America. Julia says abject is ignorant racist. He's not the one that said that though. He didn't say the Michelle Obama thing. It was this other dude. Crying Team Credulio 5821. I don't know what the fuck he is. Jimmy says, move on and go read the Constitution. Abject says, I don't need to. I'm not American. What are you, Abject? Curious. How do you think Christianity got in your country? Totally not by violence. Please tell us where you're at. I don't know if you know this, but I'm very familiar with history and the history of the world. Gamer Jam says, when the status quo is a system where all public policy is guided by billionaire and corporate bribery, moderate is just a euphemism for corrupt. That is correct. That is why, like I said, Dan Goldman's going to get voted out of his seat tonight because he's a moderate status quo, Israel supporting corporate Democrat who takes money from AIPAC. Mamdani and the progressive wing of the Democratic Party are coming. And you are correct, Gamer Jam. Like I said, that's one. Actually, you're the first person that's like really just appeared on this show and had something deep to say, and I appreciate that. I mean, I shouldn't say that because I have people that are here all the time and they watch every day. But I'm talking about a new person. Gamer Jam says Democrats need to stop nominating corrupt candidates and vote for all of the Mamdani endorsed progressives. But that's what I just said. Is like I think that we should just start our own party called the Progressive Humanists. It's like, do you want universal health care? Yes. Do you want fucking corporations to be taxed? Yes. Do you want regulations back and break up these big monopolies and get rid of fucking billionaires? You know, or at least put them in a box. Get rid of Citizens United. Go to publicly funded elections. Take all this money out. Abject says, I might have to get used to being disappointed. Disappointed by what? Gamer Jam says they just want to be able to own a house. Yes, that's what everybody. That was the American dream. They just said, or Laura was just telling me yesterday when we were reading news and stuff that the average rent has now hit $2,000 a month. $2,000 a month just for rent. In some places, the minimum wage is still $10.50 an hour or some shit. Like this is not a sustainable system. Meanwhile, we just made it the world's first trillionaire. Gamer Jam says worse in Manitoba. Jimmy says seeing George Bush at the Obama's museum, he's the last Republican president. Yes. Also the last, like I said, well, besides Obama, I mean Joe Biden, I guess, but it was a different era of politics and people were more decent. Jimmy says these are pre-programmed bots. Oh no. Like I said, you think everyone's a bot all the time. Like you thought Stewart was a bot, but I don't think he is because he was like, I live in Houston and then can I have a beer. I think that you underestimate, or speaking of George Bush, what George Bush used to say, you underestimate just how stupid these people are. Gamer Jam says it's socialism or barbarism. It's the people or Elon Musk. Yeah, I think that's where it's headed. I never was a Marxist, but that's exactly what Marx says in his book. You know, that eventually capitalism will lead to this. And he was 100% correct. Now I don't know if I agree with, his solutions 100%. I think that capitalism, if it's regulated, works really well, and the system could be made to spread the money across because it has been made that way in the past. But the rich people always manage to unfuck the system. Rich people have always hated the New Deal. They thought that it was fucking bullshit, and they don't want to be taxed. They don't want to fund social programs to take care of the poor people. Abject says bots are obvious. They mostly copy paste. Jimmy says they're actually paying to attack as many people as possible with bots as they become a minority. They're easy to spot. I see the exact same thing word for word on other channels. Yeah, you see it on social media too. I'm not angry, bro. Lord Dementis. I'm not angry at all. I'm just objectively, like I said, looking at the system and say it doesn't work. Do you think it works? I mean, you're more than welcome to defend it if you think it works. But see, that's what I was getting ready to say is I'm not a communist. Jimmy says I'm angry because I went to the gas station this morning. Right? I'm just saying. Lord Dementis says I'm pissed because our president is a huge retard. Yeah, me too. It's like, I mean, I'm pissed about that, but I'm not pissed. Like, I don't let him dominate my entire existence and like ruin my fucking life. No, Ken is real. Yes, Lord Dementis is making the cost of living too high. It's a gilded age, just like before. Although the wealth inequality now is worse than it was then. Abject says it's the aggressive laughing. Everybody seems to think it's insulting, but I'm starting to get the feeling you're just having a blast. Yes, I enjoy doing this. Like, I don't try to put on airs for people. And the same thing is like, I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm here to have discussion with people. I learn from discussions. See, that's the thing is people don't want to learn anymore. They don't want to talk to people that disagree with them. They want to get in a bubble and the circle jerk with people who think like them. And they're like, Lord Dementis says, what do? You cannot win. I cannot win what? Well, I'm a comedian, first and foremost. But, you must be new here. I can't do comedy, so I started this show. It's like, I can't tour because I've got to look after my mom. Jimmy says, that right there, word for word, but I'm not prepared to support Democrats. They're scared of the midterms. That's actually funny. Logic and Reason says, my girlfriend dumped me today, so I stole her wheelchair. Guess who's crawling back? I gotta give it to you. That's pretty funny. Lord Dementis says we need a modern union movement. That's what I was saying. Well, like that, but that's how we could really flex power, as if everybody decided not to go to fucking work. In about a week, like I said, we get whatever the fuck we want. I said, but the problem is you can't get everybody on board with it. If you could, we could have whatever we wanted. Like why do we not have universal health care? Why? You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. Yes, Julian, you're real people. There's people been following me for years on Facebook. Jimmy says Trump is on the Soviet Union movement. Yes, exactly. Like they want authoritarianism. Because the rich people know that's the only way they're going to be able to keep control. See, that's the thing. I don't believe, like I said, we were talking about before, Lord Dimension says I want a blonde with big boobs. Well, I already have that. I'm sorry, I'm not bragging or anything. I'm not trying to rub it in your face. But I have that covered. So I'm I'm still focused on this kind of shit. No, I really believe that well, I was on 4 abject. But I got locked out of my Facebook account, so I had to make a new one. And then they won't let me broadcast for 60 days. So now I'm down to 3. Mongo says Jimmy Lawson has retarded excuse didn't work for Hillary either. But again, Mel Gillum, please explain how we're in a better position because of Donald Trump. I mean, if you're more than welcome to support Donald Trump, but I'd like to know why you do. And like all the Trumpers that I ask, you will not answer the question because you can't. Logic and Reason says I asked my phone why I'm still single, and Siri turned on the front camera. Julia says 31 other developed countries have some form of universal health care. It's definitely able to be done here. Yeah, they just did it in Mexico. Didn't you see that? Signed up 165 million people to universal health care. Mexico. What is that supposed to mean? Crying teen? You haven't said one fucking thing yet. People like you fascinate me. It's like, why are you here? You don't have anything to say. I'm actually trying to engage. I'd like to hear what you have to say. I'd like to hear why you support Donald Trump beyond the fact that you're obviously a racist fucking jerk off. Is that it? Is it that simple? Do you not understand all the rest of it? It's like... Mel Gillum says we don't have a dementia patient like Joe is POTUS for one, and he has a better business sense than Joe. Are you fucking serious? You guys really believe this shit, don't you? 80s has got all the fucking propaganda right now. He's like, he's caught fraud, holds people accountable, has found more than 250,000 missing kids, puts money back in the pockets of taxpayers. He isn't a mindless fuck like Biden. Meanwhile, he's sleeping in the Oval Office. He hasn't done any of that stuff. And the 250 missing kids, that's from his first administration. It's unbelievable just how much you guys don't know anything about anything, really. All you got to do is look. Prove me wrong. Well, you got to be able to read first, bro. Or do you get all that from Jack Placebic or whatever the fuck his name is? Yes, they did, bloody Bampot. He lost. And like I said, I don't say that with relish. We all knew that was the outcome. It was going to happen. He was he's an idiot. Julia says, that's true. My tribe has health care, but in order for me to get the same, I'd have to still live in Oklahoma or near a Native American health clinic. Where I live now, there isn't one. Yes, but what happened? Dude, you don't watch this show, obviously, Bell. I can tell you almost everything that's going on. And it's all facts. I don't make up shit on this show. Unlike you. Like, why don't you just roll out the True Social posts? You go, yeah, this is the truth. No, but what if something happened to you, Julia? And could you drive there and get some health care? Like could you find a Native American clinic, drive there, show your tribal card or whatever, and get some health care? Because if you could, that's really cool. What are you talking about? Deny, deflecting, lie. That's you. That's what you're doing right now. You just make a bunch of claims and be like, prove it. It's like, here's to a guy who's lied so much that when he went to England, they put it together a montage of him lying, and it lasted over 24 hours. They played it on TV the whole time he was there. The guy that told you space age indestructible material is going out of this fucking reflecting pool that was floating in the water 3 days later. And you're like, oh, he tells the truth. It's like, well, bloody vampire, I'm probably the exception to that rule. There are still plenty of people in denial that act like that. You know, when the truth is, America hasn't won a war since World War II. We lost every single one of them. It's like, I mean, we saved North Korea from being overrun by South Korea from being overrun by North Korea, right? But we didn't defeat North Korea. It's still there, right? Vietnam, they ran us right out. That's like, we didn't win in Iraq, did we? No. We didn't in Afghanistan? No. That's like, Julia says, yes, she could. Got my half-degree roll card. My father was Kiowa. If there was a clinic close enough, that's where I'd be going. Yeah, see? But I'm just saying, like, if something was really bad, you have that option. That's great. Jimmy says 300 billion to the country of Iran. What a ass-kissing loser. Yes! And, like I said, Iran's selling oil without sanction by U.S. dollars today for the first time since 1979. They're in a better position today than they were before this dumb shit. Which didn't have to happen. It only happened because, like I said, he's pathetically fucking so jealous of Barack Obama that he had to tear up this deal because it had Barack Obama's name on it. It's unbelievable. And people will still try to tell you that this guy's a brilliant genius leader that has everything under control. It's going to get worse before it gets better, my friends. So if you're here, buckle up. But I got to get out of here again. I'm 20 minutes over. I usually only do an hour. I don't do 3-hour Joe Rogan experiences. But if you just found me today, you just stumbled upon this show. Like I said, I'm here every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, United States. Please like the channel, subscribe to the show. If you want to send me a private message, it's Bruce Leonard Leans Left at Outlook.com. I appreciate all the people that have been hanging out with me today. Jimmy, Blue Apollo, Laura, Ken, Julia, all my regular people, and all the new people. Like I said, if you haven't done so, please like the channel, subscribe to the show. I said, if you like this show, share it on your social media. Tell your friends. We need more people to come and join the party. So please go out, have fun, enjoy yourselves, be safe. I'll be back Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, United States. Please, again, like the channel, subscribe to the show. I have a Patreon, but I'm not asking you for money. But if you'd like to support the show, I will take it. Thank you, guys. Good night. Until that day, I'll keep my eyes shut tight. I do not want to pick a fight. I feel more at night with another.